Welcome to the latest edition of Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts, where almost no subject is off limits. Now, here are your hosts, Boomer Diane Faith and Millennial at Heart, Stanley Roberts.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up? My thousands of people that just joined us today.
Oh, you're just your 1,000 people?
Yeah, not your 1,000, it's mine.
Oh, no one came to see me.
Oh, no. Nope. What's happening?
It looks like you're wearing a San Francisco Fire Department sweatshirt.
I am, and not the Giants.
And I'm wearing a Warriors shirt. So if you guys don't know, the Warriors just beat the Kings in round one.
So Gabriel said if we were to start before 7, benefit those in the Eastern time zone. Well, he doesn't realize that we're dealing with people on Hong Kong time, Australia time, different times. So we can't cater to the Eastern time zone. We can only cater to our time zone. And hopefully those people on the East Coast, specifically Gabriel, can catch us.
I know. Well, we did do, what did we do? 6:30 before, 6:45, and now 7 o'clock.
It's okay. We have a lot of new equipment to set up.
That's true, too.
And
our time fluctuates.
We need to test it so that way they don't make fun of us going, oh, I can't get you.
Oh, I can't hear you guys.
I know, we can't hear you. Anyway, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Millennial Boom.
The camera's over there.
I know. I'm reading.
Oh, okay. Gabriel's the only one chatting, though.
Well,
what's up, guys? Hit us up in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you guys are having a good Sunday so far.
So we have chat here, so you can contact us and talk to us, and we will respond back. Hello, Greg. He said, I'm ahead of my time. Thank you for being here and joining us. And yes, good evening, Gabriel, who wants us to change the time to benefit him. At some point.
I mean, closed mouths don't get fed, right?
Right.
He put in the request, just,
Oh, but
so we'll see.
But then I noticed if we did it too early, then we missed out on Chris in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do it super late, we miss out. And then in some cases, it's in other states, other countries. So like if somebody's logged in from Australia, then they're the next day. It's like the lottery next day.
No, not quite. We would hope, but not quite.
Into the world next day? Will we
not
know?
Even.
Will we know about the end of the world because they started before we started on ours?
I would hope so, but I don't think it works that way.
Oh man,
wishful thinking. So tell me a little bit about this title you created.
What title?
What is a journalist?
Well, I wrote that because there's so much confusion as to what equates as a journalist. And I posted on Twitter. It's on Twitter. Just look up Stanley Roberts. I would say look for me with the blue check, but now everybody has blue checks.
Is there another Stanley Roberts that has a blue check?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But
I guess I shouldn't be giving anybody ideas.
Any ideas? I mean, you could just buy a Stanley Roberts, put a check next to it now. Really? You really could.
But they can't create the same name as you. You already have the name.
I've seen a Stanley Roberts Twitter account.
Oh.
So all you have to do is just take that Twitter account and put a check mark to it. That's apparently easy to do now. It's $8. $8. What are you looking at me for?
Because you're talking.
Oh, okay. So, it's funny thing is, so earlier when we started, YouTube was saying the chat was disabled.
Yeah.
But it's not because Gabriel's here.
Well,
clearly it's not
and
disabled.
now it says welcome to live chat. So
yes. Okay. Thank you for checking it. So back to the whole journalist thing. So I wrote on Twitter that there's 15 types of journalists, but then of course the arguments come out that there are 15 types. There are 9 types, but then the argument comes out there are 15 types. And they added some names that we probably wouldn't consider to be journalists, but they say, okay. Let me read the list of the 15.
Well, let's ask them what they think. Oh, unless they follow you on Twitter, then they already know the answer.
Most of them don't. A lot of people don't follow me on Twitter. Gabriel does.
Shout out to Gabriel. Gabriel keeps getting shout outs. YouTube disabled what? He asked. And so initially when we signed on, YouTube had disabled the live chat. It had said live chat disabled. Then I refreshed the page and then it said welcome to live chat. So it was active. So I don't know what happened in the middle of all that, but it's working obviously.
So there are 9 types of journalists.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for the list?
Oh, I know the list.
Okay, go ahead. Say all 9.
Okay, well, I know most of the list.
Okay, say the most that you know.
Okay, so there's photojournalist.
1.
There's business journalist.
2.
There's video journalist.
3. No.
Video journalist isn't considered one? It's grouped into photo?
Photojournalist.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, there's investigative journalist.
3.
Is there like a general news journalist?
Broadcast journalist.
Okay, broadcast journalist.
Okay. 4.
Sports.
5.
Entertainment.
6.
Ethics?
No.
Oh.
All right, I'll read them all to you.
Okay.
So broadcast, which
I'm laughing at the chat, but let's talk about the list first, and then go
so
to the
there's
chat.
broadcast journalism, business journalism, entertainment, investigative, opinion, photojournalist, political, sports, and watchdog.
Okay. I had missed political, I had missed opinion, and watchdog.
So, but then there are people who would argue, well, they didn't put citizen journalism in there. So that would be number 10.
You've been getting a lot of comments on Twitter referring to citizen journalism. Is that what brought about different types of journalists?
What brought about the different types of journalists, because there was arguments on social media about journalism and that news has taken a severe nosedive.
Mm-hmm.
And I argue that it hasn't really taken much of a nosedive that people think. But what's been going on is that they've been reading a lot of opinion journalism.
And not knowing that
But
it's
not
actually
knowing
opinion,
that it's opinion
journalism.
journalism.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a lot of opinion journalism now on TV, and sometimes it's labeled and sometimes it's not.
Well, most of the time on news, local, on like national, like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, these guys are all opinion journalists. Or, you know,
some of the shows are like with the
shows, and they talk about how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that people believe that when they read that and they see that, when they hear them say something, it's okay. Leave it there. When somebody says something, we've been trained to believe that if you hear it on TV, it must be true.
Just like if you read on the internet, it must be true.
Right. So with opinion journalism, it's just like the newspapers where it has the opinion section. And the opinion section is where someone has their idea, it's ideology of what they think.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody should be kicked out of something, and they give their reasons why someone should be kicked out. And it says up front, opinion. But even some people see opinion, but it just rolls off their head.
Well, I think it's easier to distinguish the different sections in a newspaper because they're obviously like opinions on one page, business, then you have sports. So they're divided into these sections. Whereas when you're watching news, usually there's some of them, like sports is obviously a different segment, but opinion in like a local news station, there is no opinion section of a local newscast most of the time.
So Greg asked, would you consider talk radio personalities opinion journalists? Now there is a yes and no.
What kind of show is it?
So it depends on the show.
Yeah.
So like when I worked with who used to come in the show all the time?
Ron
Owens, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would have a conversation, and when he would, right in the middle of his conversation, he would go to the news,
mm-hmm.
which tells you what?
It's a news show.
That there's news that tells it. So we're going to go to the news, and then we'll come back in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more of opinion. We're talking, and he's having a conversation. And although he does say some facts, typically radio is opinion. And then they'll toss it to the news, right?
Well, also when you're a guest, you're not talking about those like news stories that he's talking about, right?
No, if he's reading off news stories, they'll tell you, this happened today, blah blah blah,
mm-hmm.
and then
like top stories today, like they do it at like the top of the hour,
right? And that's usually a different person does it.
Yeah,
typically a different person does it. Sometimes though, the actual host does the news as well, but there is a separation. So would I consider talk radio personalities opinion journalist, I would in some cases. I mean, there's always, remember, broadcast journalism is the umbrella of every type of journalism there is. But then someone said there's yellow journalism, which, do you know what the definition of yellow journalism?
Never heard of it.
So it's something that people call people when they use it. Yellow journalism, people try to use it as a way to discredit someone's work.
Mm-hmm.
But the definition of yellow journalism is basically sensationalism. If you sensationalize stuff as opposed to make it more than what it is. So I guess another good example of yellow journalism might be, remember the guy who found the earplugs on the street, and back when they were having the big riots on the East Coast or whatever it was, and he took a picture of them and he thought that they were bullet casings.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, so he literally posted, oh my God, look, there's literally bullet casings right here on the ground. But those were earplugs. So
earplugs don't even look like bullet casings. The shaping might be similar, but the actual material is not the same.
But again, he took that.
And people believed it?
I was on a new show coming on TV out here called by Erica Sandberg.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about the different types of journalism yesterday. She had me live on her show. Well, not live, but live to tape. And we were talking about how different things took place that never happened. So another good example of, I guess you could call it sensationalization that went too far.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember the Michael Brown, hands up, don't shoot?
Yeah.
Well, okay. That never actually happened. It was word of mouth that someone said it, and then someone said it to someone else, and then someone from the news picked it up and ran with it, and it became a national story, although it never happened.
The whole hands up part.
Well, it didn't, because forensics proved that he had gun residue right here in the web of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't get gun residue from 10 feet away. You have to actually physically have the gun in your hand or fighting over a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've talked to people who I would tell them that, I looked at the reports, I looked at everything, and the reports that came back discredited that 100%. And they said, they said the DOJ is lying. Okay, well, the DOJ is lying. Then I guess I can't really win if everybody's lying. So it is what it is.
So going to the chat, Lord Frieza says, what about fake journalists? Well.
Wait a minute. Hold on one second. So how do you determine? So anybody nowadays can claim they're a journalist. And this goes back to, remember in the Bay Area, we had Anonymous, and that was the big thing.
Yeah.
And they were taking over different areas and saying we're anonymous and we're going to do this. And we had, they were protesting in Oakland and San Francisco. The interesting part about that is that with Anonymous, a lot of those people were bloggers.
Mm-hmm.
And
are bloggers considered journalists?
They were bloggers. Did somebody write that?
No, I'm asking you.
So what made it harder was that these bloggers, so someone who would just get up a phone and decide I'm going to start blogging now, thought they were entitled to media credentials. So all of a sudden, agencies were flooded with media credentials for just random bloggers who wanted to be who wanted to be considered mainstream media. So they fought for, they literally flooded the markets with press passes. And to get a press pass, you have to be a bona fide media agency,
like with a big news, like
not always with a big one. It could
company?
be a smaller one, but some people like you and me could be
like a vetted one.
A vetted one that we knew that if you did a story, you were going to take your time to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was that there were so many bloggers that said they deserved to have, and they were flooding. You go into a press conference, and normally there's 20 people in a press conference, but now there's 200 people. All want press credentials and all want to be access to the same access that everybody else is given. They flood the area, and then they write stories that have either it's like they went there and didn't pay attention. So then it became a battle of how do you get credentials now, because everybody wants to be credentialed. Everybody. And this was back when they were having this big argument about I'm considered mainstream media. And so when they couldn't get considered mainstream media, the next thing they did was discredit mainstream media. So if you can't get mainstream media, they discredit it.
Then they want no one to have it.
Then no one gets to. Then it becomes a situation where let's just throw doubt on the media. Let's say they're not really telling the true stories,
mm-hmm.
and then we'll flood their story with a fake story. And now you don't know what to think anymore. And the problem I had a long time ago was that people thought that social media and news media were the same. They're not. They're two separate entities, separate and distinct. As I said before,
they're not even a part of one another. It's just that news now uses social media to get news out there.
Yeah. If you write something into your journal, does that make you a journalist?
Oh, Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel, we're gonna do
yes, Betty Veronica, journalists are supposed to report on facts. That is true.
Okay, but then again, let's go backwards again. So remember the list I had? So here are the ones that are not required to report on facts. All right, so let's just go back to where I was before, and I'll read you one. And these ones, if I say it out loud, then you are not required to speak on facts. Okay, so
if you say it out loud.
If I say the name of the journalism out loud, then it doesn't have to be fact based.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, and I learned this. So, broadcast journalism is an umbrella. I said it before.
Yeah.
So, opinion journalism is what it is. It's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be fact based because it's opinion journalism. It's just like what's his name? Carlson Tucker.
Tucker Carlson.
Whatever.
Oh wait, Carlson. Yeah. Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson was opinion journalism.
Mm-hmm.
So he said whatever he said was what he felt, and people would call him out for it. Oh my! I can't believe he said that. Oh, it's opinion. Entertainment can be opinion. Because if you're talking about someone's dress,
like the red carpet.
Yeah, if you're talking about someone's dress in entertainment, she has this beautiful flowing red dress. Well, I can look at it and go, oh, that's the ugliest dress I've ever seen in my life. So that's my opinion. I mean, you may love the dress.
Right.
You'd be like, oh, I love her. And then and I learned with opinion journalism, with entertainment journalism, they tend to like certain people. And you can tell who they like by the way their inflection in their voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes. Oh, here comes. You know.
What about so like TMZ, entertainment?
That is a lot of opinion.
That is a lot of opinion, but it's entertainment.
It's entertainment,
but it is a lot more opinion as well. They will report on celebrities and like things that have happened to the celebrities. So they will report facts. Remember, like when Tiger Woods ended up getting into that solo crash, or when like someone is hurt, they'll like report it, but then they'll also share their opinion. In addition to they kind of wonder what caused the crash, or they talk about it. Whereas like when you're watching like local news, we're going to report on like a crash, but we're not going to speculate and be like, well, I wonder if he was alone, or was he driving at high rate of speed?
So here's a good example. You're right. So I'll use the same thing, the same car.
Yeah.
So let's say there's a car crash, right? Oh, just came in. Yes, there was a car crash. Yes, and 3 people were injured. And we probably think that they probably were drinking alcohol. I mean, we weren't there. We don't actually know they're drinking alcohol, but they could have been drinking alcohol because why would you be going that fast? Okay, back to you.
No, you would not see that on a local news station, like a local news broadcast. Yes. You would not see that. Right.
That's typically you would not see that.
You would not see that. And if you do see that,
then then
I would not be watching them.
Run.
Yeah, because everything is with local news, and I can speak on it because I was, worked in local news for like 15 plus years, is that everything that, and if there's no like opinion, because we didn't have opinion sections in our newscast. Typically, they're not in local newscasts, right? I could be completely wrong, but every news station that I've worked at, we don't have an opinion section. Although I will say, when anchors do ad lib, sometimes they throw their own thing in there, and it is not written in a teleprompter. And I should know that because I would write the script. So
a good example of news broadcast, which is opinion, is that they'll say the XYZ is talking next. The opinion is the opinion of this person and not necessarily the opinion of the station.
Oh, yeah.
And so they say that doesn't mean we don't really say 100%. We don't know. We just telling you that we let this guy talk, and whatever he says, he's on his own. And that's just what it looks like.
Oh, here's a good question. Well, there's a lot of stuff in the chat. Betty Veronica says, do you consider Lieberman a journalist or a gossip columnist?
Gossip columnist. End of
journalist. Doesn't he just talk about Does he speculates though?
It's a lot of
He
speculation.
speculates.
I remember
so-
once when he wrote an article about me, and it was funny because I didn't know the article was written.
Uh-huh.
It was written. This was many, many years ago, and they wrote that that CNN was courting me to come work for CNN.
And you were
Right.
like,
And,
they
and
are?
and so I get to work, and they're like, "Why didn't you tell us you were being courted by CNN?"
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Wait, I am." I said, "Because no one contacted me."
Yeah, that's news to me.
And so I called up this guy. I said, "Dude, why are you writing that CNN is trying to, get me to be on their show?" He goes, "Oh, I got my sources. I got my sources."
He did not have accurate sources because there are a few other things that he was completely wrong about. So
And if you don't, and folks who don't know, if you don't live in the Bay Area,
yeah.
Rich Bleeman is a blogger. His website is 415 something.
Well, that's why I asked you. Do you think bloggers are journalists?
They wanted to be, and they wanted credentials to be treated as journalists,
Mm-hmm.
but they were a lot of them were shot down because there's no vetting.
Would they be considered citizen journalists then?
Well,
I mean, I'm putting you on the spot by asking you these questions. You don't have to answer them. We did not plan on asking these questions, but I just wanted your opinion.
well, I mean,
because this
let's-
whole
let's- let's-
citizen
let's
journalist
talk about-
thing is new.
let's talk about citizen. No, actually, citizen journalism has been going on for a long time.
Has it? Okay.
It's just that it's now a new thing because there's an app for it.
It's called Citizen.
Yeah.
Oh, the Citizen app.
Yeah, Citizen
That's
app.
right. Yeah. Okay.
And with citizens, anybody with a phone, before you didn't have, no one had, 10 years ago, we didn't all have, cell phones that took pictures.
Mhm.
Or was it 10 years ago, 15 years ago?
So I think the
What was
first
the
phone
first
that
one
could
that
take
came
pictures was
out?
probably like 2000. Well, the first iPhone came out in 2007, but I don't remember if it had a camera.
Okay.
So like let's just say early 2010.
Okay. So 2009, and before that, no one had,
Oh, 2009, I had an iPhone 3G and it did have a camera.
Okay, 2008.
I didn't have a phone with a camera,
All
so
right.
I don't know.
So whatever it was, going backwards. Once we started getting, and the phones at first weren't that great. They were just, your
The
average
quality
phone.
sucked.
It was, but it was a phone, but it was a picture.
But we didn't know any better though, so we just figured. But it was so good for us because we didn't have anything to compare it to.
But now, and some people blame citizen now, and it's fine. I've been told that I'm the godfather of citizen journalism, which is funny because I was never a citizen journalist. But the segments I did, going out and showing things the way they are, triggered a whole bunch of people to start doing the same thing. And I know one person on here for a fact started doing it because of what I did. So I do know that there is some truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be Jeanette. And she'll tell you that, she does a Albuquerque behaving badly segment with her phone.
Mm-hmm.
So there is, she said, I don't use a citizen app, I use a YouTube channel. So there is some truth to that. JJ Smith,
Mm-hmm.
another person. So there is them facts again. So there is some truth to the fact that, I kind of started a trend, but it's funny how, as I tell you, that I taught people how to make the soup, but I never gave them the ingredients. So there are different versions of people telling.
It's not exactly how you do it.
No, and there is some difference, and there's some similarities. So with me, it's an educational tool, and I don't just show you things just to show you things. I show you things and show you what the end result could be, or what the circumstances could be, or how it can affect you, or if you do it, this is what could happen to you. Of course, the name of the show drove some people crazy. They assumed that everything I pointed at was bad behavior.
Yeah.
Everything, no matter what it was bad behavior. I show up at a funeral, who's behaving badly? Canada.
You show up anywhere and you're like, who's behaving badly? You show up to church and people be like, hey, who's behaving badly? I'm like, no one. I would hope we're in church. But
I remember we were in Arizona. We had just gotten there. We went to a festival in Chandler. And we sat down to eat our food. And this guy goes, son of a, and he used the next word. I go, what's wrong? He goes, I moved away from California to get away from you, and now you're here. I thought that was so funny. Well, yeah, I'm here because of you. I told him, I said, yep, I heard you were behaving badly, so now I'm here to get you. People praying badly. Oh.
No, Gabriel, prayer is not up for interpretation.
Oh, yeah, it can be.
No, but it shouldn't be.
Do you pray for money?
I'm not talking of when people, I don't judge people's prayers.
No, I'm asking. It was a question.
I don't judge people's prayers. That is between you and and God.
Okay. I try to stay objective when doing play-by-play on the videos. Neutrality is key. Let the pictures and actions tell the story. Exactly.
Lord Freeses said, yes, she does. I guess in response to if I pray for money.
Yeah. I mean, everybody.
I mean, what I pray for is what I pray for. I shouldn't be judged for that.
But you remember how some people prayed that their enemies would die horrible deaths?
Well, I don't pray
Remember
that.
how they prayed?
I also don't have any
Remember
enemies,
how they also prayed that the slaves would, when the ship would be brought back safely, so they can be reacclimated to America? Okay, just saying. I'm just saying. Okay.
I just don't know if we continue that conversation, if it's going to even be a productive one.
Yeah, let's just let it go.
Let's let that go.
Let it go. Let it go.
And let's let your singing go too.
Let it go. All right. So, what'd you make this week?
No, we're still talking about journalism.
No, we moved on now.
Have we moved on? We got to do like 8 seconds.
We got the Lord Freezer laugh out loud, so that means we can move on.
Oh gosh. What do you mean? What did I make this week? I didn't make it. Oh, I have to make gut gummies tonight.
Why'd you whisper it?
I'm not whispering.
You said, I didn't make anything. Oh, I got to make gut gummies.
I'm going to make some tonight. I ate the last one this morning. Are we going to do a Stanley singing Millennial Boom one day?
No.
No.
That'd be a negative.
That would be a hail to the nah.
Hail to the no.
Okay, I thought we were not doing any singing.
I'm not singing.
Yeah. What is that?
How about those Warriors?
How about them Warriors? That was a good game 7, by the way. I don't know how many Warriors fans are watching here. There's probably no Warriors fans watching, but if you're a Warriors fan, that was an interesting series. Game 6 had me sad, and then I was like, we have to get game 7. And oh no. You know what that means, right? If you drink that means we're gonna hear you belch in the next few minutes.
Nope. I have a new system.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if it works. Yes, Jeanette, that game was insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Betty Veronica, every time I say gut gummies, are you really hearing gut gumbies? Because I'm like,
Hey, important announcement. This morning, Ling Luren became the 17th world chess champion. All right.
I think it's Ding Luren.
Whatever.
You said Ling.
Whatever.
Chris said that you're harmonizing.
That's right. Like Boys to Men.
Don't encourage him.
Wait, how come you can see Chris and I
Don't
can't?
encourage him. He's right there in the chat. He said that's harmonizing, right?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Hello, Chris. You know, just for the record, Chris, I know you just woke up, but Gabriel was like telling us to go before early so that he can watch. He didn't really care about what you thought. I'm just saying.
Why are you instigating?
I'm just saying.
Oh, gosh. You're instigating. I think you didn't do the right one.
I did.
Did you guys hear that? Well, you guys probably saw it, though. Because you're still on camera.
Yeah, but I muted it.
Did you guys hear anything interesting in the last few seconds?
Actually, if you start at 6:30, it would be 9:30 Pacific in Hong Kong.
No, there's no Pacific in that.
9:30 a.m. in Hong Kong, which I don't think would be a problem. No one heard anything.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I guess I just benefited from that then. It was just all for me, right?
All for you.
Hey, but what if I had to do it? I can't reach it over there.
You don't do that though.
I don't.
You just fart.
Really? So we can tell people you belched and you're going to announce, I don't fart. I mean, I don't fart during the podcast. Everyone farts, but I don't fart during the podcast.
Just saying. You tried to clown me.
Y'all, this one is a real challenge right now. Let me see.
Laugh out loud, she farts.
I do. I'm going to admit it. Everyone does. I just don't do it during the podcast.
All right.
I mean, I'm human.
Okay. You want to keep going with
well,
that
you know
one?
what? I do number 2 also.
Oh,
Anything else you guys want to know? I do all the things that every human being does.
You take your teeth out in that?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I would really hope that I wouldn't have to, but like,
hello, David.
I'm not there yet.
F-bomb, welcome to join us. You made it early.
Here comes he farting. Oh, David F-bomb. So you're on a little earlier than you normally are today. Did we trigger you by talking to start talking about fart here? Because
why would you equate David F-bomb with
because
fart?
last time he was talking about us farting too.
Okay, fair enough.
True story. Hayden used 2 bassoons to imitate a fart in one of his symphonies.
Nice.
That is awesome.
That's a low pedal note on the trombone. Dutch oven. You ever done a Dutch oven?
I don't know what that is.
It's
What's a Dutch oven?
When you fart, and then you hold the blanket down so you can't get out. You know
I know someone who's done that to me.
You know when I lock the windows in the car?
This one is really gross, guys. I'm not even going to put up a front. He's gross. You're gross. I don't do those things to you, though, but you have done that to me.
Mmm.
Okay, anyways. It's pronounced hiding without the G. Oh, so Hayden. Okay. Thank you, Gabriel. So much useful information.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed and going, oh, that's right, Hayden. Without the G.
Anyways, let's not talk about fart anymore.
All right.
So, I have to make some gut gummies later on, though, tonight. Just remind me.
Oh, by the way, the last one she made turned out.
Diane deserves a girls' night out. I do.
She just had one.
I had a girls' morning. We had breakfast, but you still intruded.
I was about to leave, and you said, "Oh, don't you want to stick around and eat?" I said, "But you only made 4 tables, 4 plates."
I had 5. I didn't even realize that she put the plates out, so I didn't know that.
And I go, "Well, he'll just eat it and go."
I did not say that.
She had a bunch of her friends come by, and they made breakfast.
We made breakfast yesterday morning.
And they had eggs, they had sausage, they had fresh fruit, and then they go and they walk out from the bedroom, and there's 4 sets of tables.
Well, my friend was the one that put out the plates and the silverware.
4 people. So I'm assuming 4 and 4 and 4 doesn't equate to 5.
Hey, the question is though, did you eat?
Yeah.
Did you have some of the breakfast? We made enough for all of us.
I partook of the.
You partook?
Yeah.
You had some. Oh gosh, here we go.
I partake.
Air bubbles.
Can
you just say you ate?
Oh wait, did you consume your meal?
I did. It was very good.
She doesn't eat her mood. She consumes her meal.
You said mood.
She doesn't consume her meals. She doesn't eat her meals. She consumes her meals. And
I purchased manufactured goods
and
too.
She reformats her day. Wait, I think she's a robot. She's like, I'm going to reformat my day. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, anyways. So we had breakfast yesterday, but I do need a girls' night though, because you're really putting me through some stuff right now.
So this equates to a whole girls' night? This little piece right here equates to a whole girls' night.
I think it's more than this.
This is a girls' night for you. Well, then I should have like the whole guys' night. We had the big screen TV, eat popcorn, drinking beer, belching and farting.
Oh, whatever you guys want. I definitely will have a girls' night if you guys are doing that. I have OJ and I do have champagne. There you go, Chris. Yes. We had mimosas for breakfast yesterday too.
Okay, so what's the difference between champagne and champagne? I can't even say it right. There's a champagne, there's a sparkling wine. What's the difference?
The way that it's processed? Or nothing?
No, there's a difference.
The way that it's processed?
No.
The source?
What does the source mean?
The grapes?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, then what?
So champagne is patented in the Champagne region of France.
Okay.
And yes, they do use champagne grapes for anybody to go, boo, 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 boo. So it's from the Champagne region of France.
Okay.
And of course, Eric the Viking was going to jump in and tell me anyway. And anything else that's not from, just like cognac, it's from the Cognac region of France, where they use cognac grapes to make.
You mean they use cognac?
Cognac, yeah. So
That's how I remember how to spell it.
If they don't have, if you're not from the region of France that is champagne grapes, champagne,
then it's just sparkling wine.
You can't have a trademark.
Okay.
So then it's just sparkling wine.
Okay.
So a lot of California wines will say sparkling wines, and it's basically infused carbon for the bubbles.
Well, thank you so much for that useful
I love
information.
Other people. Sparkling wine can only be called champagne if it comes from the region of Champagne, France.
That's what Chris said. Yeah. I know. Jeanette says prosecco? Question mark.
Prosecco is interesting because I don't know if there's a prosecco version of France, so I don't even know anymore. It could be Spanish. I don't know. Is that what you have in there?
What?
Prosecco.
In where?
The wine you have that you brought. I think it is the same.
That I bought?
The one that your friend brought.
It says sparkling wine on there, but I didn't look at the specifics.
Okay.
I just called it champagne.
Champagne.
I just called it champagne.
You want some champagne? Champagne.
Champagne.
Yeah. Okay. Bubbly champagne.
I don't drink very much alcohol, so I don't really know too many of the.
But what's the wine I turned you on to the other day that you thought was really good?
Chianti.
Yep, Chianti. So we had some Chianti at the House of Prime Rib. And
that was like not the other day. That was Easter. That was almost a month ago.
About a week ago.
Today is the last day of April, guys. That makes me so like next thing you know, summer is gonna be here.
It'll be Christmas pretty soon.
It'll be your birthday pretty soon, and you'll be in a new decade.
127.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
All right. In Illinois, they spell it champagne.
Yeah, but that's Champaign, Illinois.
There's a city named Champaign?
Champaign, Illinois, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I
don't alcohol because I'm on a zillion
Jeanette,
medications.
you're not missing anything. You're not missing out on anything.
Now, will you tell people how often do I actually drink?
I don't tell people that you and I don't drink often, to be honest. I don't.
No, how often do I drink?
Oh, I don't know. Like not often. Oh, you can answer that for yourself.
I mean, you see me.
I mean, but do I really see you though?
What do you think? Am I a closet alcoholic?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, I'll see you drink like every couple of months, but
all right.
How often do you drink, Beeb?
I had a beer today, and that's probably my last. We've had a case of beer since September.
We've had Blue Moon since the Super Bowl. And I only have had one of those six-pack.
And I cooked with two of them.
Okay.
Remember the crab, I think?
Yeah. I just, I don't know. I just don't drink it like that. But anyways. Gabriel says, since Stanley's birthday falls on a Sunday this year, are we going to have a Millennial Boom birthday party?
No.
Hey, the birthday boy said no, so I guess not.
We're always gone my birthday.
That's true. We don't usually do podcasts on around your birthday time.
We take off.
Yeah, we take off. So
to the Great White North.
I guess that we will not have one.
To the Great White North. You know where that is? Take off to the Great White North. Where is it?
I don't feel like being tested right now.
I bet you. Why are you poking me for?
Why are you melting right now?
You know who knows that?
Who?
There's one person in this group that knows what the Great White North is.
Canada?
Yes, that's the Great White North. Yeah. See, William wrote Canada. Oh, two people. Oh, Stanley, if you visit the Great White North, call my parents. I've been to the Great White North several times.
The last time we were there was 2018.
And I was there, and I was in Ontario or Toronto. When Rebecca graduated, I went across the border.
Toronto's in Ontario.
Okay, then the waterfalls. Niagara?
Yeah, Toronto.
Okay.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Moosehead Beer, the McKenzie brothers from SCD.
I've never heard of that before. Why, is that old school?
Yeah, you never heard that.
I just said I never heard of it.
I just said you never heard of it.
But I just said I never heard of it before you said it.
Take off.
To the Great White North.
No, that's what they would say, take off, and they were mad at you.
Oh.
Take off.
Lord Frieza said Mexico.
Well, I used to love Moosehead Beer.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, when I was growing up and I used to try all kinds of beers.
Veronica.
Take off,
Veronica.
Yes, Moosehead Beer is Canadian, yes.
Do you see what Betty Veronica
No,
wrote?
I don't have.
She wrote Viagra Falls.
Wow.
Oh, she's still not popping up in the chat.
Betty Roberts.
Oh, man. I don't know why that is. I can just see her.
Next time I go to the Great White North, I will visit your parents. I will tell them I'm your long lost son.
You guys look just like brothers.
I'm like, that's my daddy. Chris Mack, that's my daddy. And I came to see my grandparents.
Oh, stop drinking sparkling water.
You're not the boss of me.
I love that you close your eyes while drinking the water.
So I don't see myself drowning. My doctor told me I have to drink 2.5 liters more of what I normally drink of water. That's like 2 gallons every day. I'm like, I'm about to just go ahead and drown.
I literally drink like 100 ounces of water a day, and I find no problem doing so.
That's right. Like Chris said, you got to protect those eyes from bubbles. You know, bubbles rip people's eyes out a few times. Bubbles. What are you doing?
Brightening up my screen.
Remember Bubbles? Bubbles, Michael Jackson's chimpanzee?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey. Bubbles. Wonder what happened to him. What?
I was just thinking something, but I think it's kind of mean, so nothing.
No, let's hear the mean side of you.
I haven't seen Bubbles since Michael Jackson passed away, right?
Right. So what happened? You think they buried Bubbles with Michael?
No, I don't think so. I would hope not.
What if Bubbles wasn't? Ooh.
What?
What if Bubbles? They just put him in there, and he said, "But I ain't dead."
So mean. So okay. Jeanette says, I haven't been to Canada since I was 3. We visited my extended family in Windsor and Toronto. Wow, that's a long time.
Chris said Bubbles escaped the guy elected to Congress. Wow.
David F. Bump says, I'm still here on Sunday supporting you two with the other folks. And Stanley, you did break ground on citizen reports. I watched it happen on people behaving badly. You can downplay that. I get it. But good for you. Those bits were the best.
Well, thank you. And I got some. So let me explain some good news and some slightly good news. So I was reached out to, and you went me to a meeting. Newsbreak reached out to me, and they want me to start producing content for them as a independent journalist. So they love my work. So what we've been doing is we've been testing it, but the problem is that there were some issues with the testing. So they created if you go to Newsbreak and download the app, which by the way is free.
Mm-hmm. And you can put in your zip code and get news like in your area. Mm-hmm.
So it's with me, it's Mr. Badley TV. But I had already joined them a long time ago under Mr. Badley Productions. So there was a confusion between Mr. Badley TV and Mr. Badley Production. But I will tell you this. So they posted one of my videos, was a minute long, just to see what kind of reaction I got and compare it to the YouTube and how I got reaction from the YouTube channel.
Did you say the YouTube?
The YouTube. Yes, I did say the YouTube, like the Facebook. And ironically, in 48 hours, it had almost 30,000 views.
Wow.
And on YouTube, it's been up for 6 months and it only has 268 views.
I wonder why is that?
Well, we've already been told that my videos are being throttled on YouTube. And I know this because I watched me post a new video, watch it, like all of a sudden get interest, gets up to 1,000 views, and then it just falls off like it never happened. And I reached out to YouTube and said, hey, what is going on? They go, it's just people lost interest. They lost interest in a few seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like they would just drop off like in the middle.
Well, it dropped off literally like a spike. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like someone turned it off. And people say that's called being throttled back. And just to be fair, the account that I have now was connected to the Mr. Buzz TV Man 1981 page. So there is some connection, which there may be some reason why a lot of my work isn't being put out there the way it should be. So what does that mean? Well, does it mean I'm leaving YouTube? No, it does not mean that. But what it does mean is that I'm going to start putting together new content, and it will go to Newsbreak and be disseminated to everybody. But I'll also at some point post it on YouTube as well. I'll wait for it to go through the Newsbreak sphere first and see what happens. But to be fair, another agency have reached out to me as well. And that one is still under discussion. I won't know more about that till June. But as I told Diane before, that when things happen, they tend to happen in
all at once.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
My videos are throttled as well. Algorithm. Doesn't YouTube only count unique views though? Yes, they only count unique views. But when you have 10,000 subscribers and you see it jump up to 1,000 and then all of a sudden it gets throttled back, you would think that at least you get to 10,000 views. But when you get 1.9 after a month, there's something going on. And I'm used to having videos that were literally hitting 70, 80 million views. So it's unusual when you
That's
see
a lot
stuff
of
that you
views.
know that is up there, and all of a sudden it peaks and then it just drops off, or they're randomly put on restricted, and then I have to appeal it, and then they have to approve it. So just like this one right now, we're live streaming on YouTube and on Twitch and on Facebook, but it starts off with the green money thing saying you can monetize it,
Mm-hmm.
but then somewhere down the line it changes it
To limited.
to limited. Then I have to wait for them to appeal it, which takes them 7 days, and so someone has to go back and watch the video from beginning to end and say, "Oh, it's right for TV."
And then at that point, you miss
By
out
then you've
on
lost
it.
on your opportunity.
Yeah.
So the opportunity to do things on YouTube is, if it gets throttled in the very beginning, there's a pretty good chance it's never going to regain steam again, because the algorithm says, "Oh, it got throttled, so we're not going to go back and revisit it."
Right.
And the only way to get around that is if everybody were to share the videos with everybody else, and then it shows that there is some interest. But people don't understand how the sharing concept works sometimes. And also I found out that people don't understand the like and dislike for YouTube videos. So they may like the video, but they don't like what people are doing, so they give it a thumbs down. They give it a thumbs down because, oh, I don't like what she was doing, so I'm going to give the whole video a thumbs down. Well, then that tells the algorithm that no one's interested.
And then it won't have it show up as
Right.
often.
Right. So if you don't like the video, that's when you give it a thumbs down. If you don't like an incident in the video, that's not a reason to give it a thumbs down. The thumbs down and up is
It's for the whole thing.
if you like the work that the creator is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And some people think that, oh, well, I didn't like the way she talked to you, so I'm going to give it a thumbs down. I'm like, okay. And I've had people tell me that. You gave it a thumbs down? And I go, yeah, she was mean to you, so I gave it a thumbs down so people know that I didn't like her talking to you that way. I'm like, that's not how it works.
I don't even know that people thought that way. I never understood it to be that way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
Well, that kind of sucks then. See, I think that's what the comment section is for. So you like the video because you like the work that the content creator posted, but then in the comments and you say, man, great video, but man, the way that woman talked to you sucked. And in the comments, you also get to explain,
well,
right?
Yes, in a perfect world, but we don't live in a perfect world. Diane is so mean to Stanley. That's Lord Frieza said that.
How am I so mean? Oh, last week you were so mean to me. This week I'm mean to you.
Laughing at joking, his daughter is so adorable. He just messing with you.
Yeah, now
right?
he's just messing. Now I'm gonna just ignore him.
Yeah, hey, you still
He's still selling those things in Vegas.
As Vegas, yeah. Anyway, how about those Oakland? How about those LA?
Las Vegas
Angels?
No, not Angels. Athletics.
Oh, Las Vegas
my
Athletics.
God. We talked about this last week, and you already forgot the name.
Well,
Yeah, wow. Jeanette says that happens on the pimple popping videos when folks complain about too much blood. Oh gosh. Okay, why would you even want to watch pimple popping videos?
That is so gross.
That is no, thank you. I wouldn't even bother watching. But like too much blood, like, do people find gratification off of like the freaking people popping pimples?
But didn't you say a take?
A lake is also moving to Las Vegas.
Oh.
That was a joke. A lake can't move to Las Vegas. Basically, the point is saying that Lake Merritt is moving to Las Vegas because everything else that's in Oakland is moving to Vegas. So the Raiders moved to Vegas years ago. Now it's going to be the A's. So the whole joke is that everything else is moving. The lake is moving. The bridge is moving.
Yeah.
The parks are moving. Like everything.
Everything's moving to Vegas because
That's how bad Oakland is.
Yeah. So that's where the joke came from. And
he says, yes, I could tell it was a joke. It was a good one.
It was a very good joke.
Wow, you think? Okay, I'm like going all over on the chat right now. Okay.
You think what?
No. I was reading something, but we'll go back.
No,
to
read
that.
to me.
No, Jeanette says that she's hooked to those pill popping videos and she thinks they're relaxing. See my face? See his face? I mean, to each their own. Enjoy them. If you find them relaxing, that's great.
You know what I found relaxing?
I would be like grossed out.
I found relaxing is videos of people being in movies being their heads amputated. And then all the blood gushing out. And Dan's like, oh, I can't go to sleep watching that. I'm like, this is relaxing.
You know what I find relaxing? Watching people plan their days on like videos and stuff, and like people talking about like, you know, their morning routine and like their evening routine and how they wind down and get ready for bed. I find those videos relaxing.
Yeah, I like
To each their own, right?
I like first 48 is relaxing.
First 48 gives me anxiety. What? You're just a whole different kind of like human being. Jeanette says after a long day of work, watching someone, well, gross.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. Okay. Anyways, Jeanette, yes, to each their own. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, ew. William says I find people bombing videos disgusting, but I can't stop watching them.
Yeah, some people are addicted to certain things. They go, "Oh my god, it's like a train wreck. I knew it was going to crash, but I had to keep watching it to see how it ends up."
You know, I kind of get that though. Like, it's like you don't really want to watch it, but like you want to see it what happens. So I get it.
Well, I think first 48 for me is not the fact that someone died. May they rest in peace. I think it's more of the series of how do they figure out who committed the murder.
Yeah, how they solve it. Yeah.
Right. And that to me.
And then in the limited amount of time they're given, 48 hours. Yeah. Right?
Well, no, they're not. Okay. Just to be clear, they're not limited to 48 hours. The movie says in the beginning, the series says
first 48.
Yeah.
Well, I know they're not limited. Okay. Let me rewind and really correct.
Are you going to reformat?
I'm going to reformat. So I know the first 48 hours of an investigation are like really the crucial points, right?
Right.
Because these people are they're trying to find these people. They're trying to figure out what happened. So the first 48 is the most important. Beeb, are you listening to me?
I'm reading what Chris Maverick said. But
first, the most important part is everything is fresh. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So I had to correct myself. Okay, they're not given 48 hours, but the first 48 hours are crucial. So that's why there's the countdown.
Right.
Okay.
And so the
countdown, I understand it.
Right. So even after the first 48 hours, they tend to sometimes will go 48 days trying to solve this crime.
Until it's solved. I get it.
Yeah.
But that's where everything is like the person, like if they found someone dead in a home, like 48 hours, like to make sure that like, you know, like they stay up. I don't know how to explain, but I get it.
She gets it. She gets it.
I get it. You're not that far away that I still can't hit you.
You know,
we were sitting a lot closer before. Now that we have our own separate mics, we don't need to sit that close. But I can still tap you a little bit. I'm still
sore from the last punch.
I didn't even punch you. I went like this.
Why is it bruised?
Please, you bruise.
Help me.
Wrong. You're looking at the wrong camera.
Help me.
Oh, Jeanette, you watch Bugs Bunny every day. I love Bugs Bunny.
I knew I should do that later in Albuquerque.
I love, what? What'd you say?
I knew I should have took that left at Albuquerque.
I love Bugs Bunny. So cute.
I like Yosemite Sam.
So Yosemite Sam's annoying.
Rough and tough and whatever. I used to watch Bugs Bunny a long time ago, and then I graduated to South Park.
That's like one extreme to another.
Yeah.
South Park is like so what do you call it? It's so extreme.
I have a question. What happens
to Diane's mic when she falls on the floor laughing at something? Well, you know what? I have headphones on right now too. So if I fell, I pretty much would fall this way and the headphones would come off. So I think because I have the headphones on, I'm probably not going to fall. Hopefully. Maybe it'll help me to refrain from falling.
Well, I haven't given you anything to fall on the floor yet. But time is still young.
No, we have like 10 minutes to go.
Where's your new? I thought you were going to show off your new thing today.
My new what?
Your new Warriors thing.
Oh, I wanted to wear it, but I'm hot. I don't want to wear a sweatshirt and be hot. Yeah, I got a new sweatshirt. I'll wear it next week.
All right.
If it's cold. Let's see. Usually
dollars for you are for pimple popping or Stanley's breakfast, coffee or warm lemon, or popping Stanley's pimples or Stanley popping your pimples, Well, thank you.
What?
Okay, just for the record, I don't have a lot of pimples.
Okay, if anything, I'm the one with the pimples.
Yes.
David F. Baum, thank you very much. So I'm the one that actually has the acne. I don't have that very much anymore, but I used to, and I don't pop pimples. Because popping pimples makes them worse for me, because for me that's resulted in scarring. So I would not let anybody pop my pimples. I don't think you've ever had a pimple since I've known you.
I don't pimply very much.
You don't have pimples.
No, I don't do a pimple thing.
Have I ever had to pop anything of yours? No. So
I almost said something. Thank you for the $50, David.
oh my God, what'd you almost say?
I can't say it on here.
Okay, you tell me later.
2 Live Crew.
The song?
Yeah.
Oh. Goodbye.
He said, as long as I tend to your needs.
As long as Stanley tends to your needs. Yeah, he tends to my needs.
Yeah.
Nah. Just kidding, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, stop.
2 Live Crew, yeah.
Stop. Oh my gosh.
So if you know the lyrics to 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, that's why I said stop. Oh my God, please.
What? Well, look at you blushing.
I'm not blushing. Oh
Thank
my
you,
God,
William.
thank you.
Thank you, William, for the.
Why would you?
What?
Thank you, William.
Because now you think about the song now. Now you get the big old grin on your face.
No, I'm right when Stanley's talking about YouTube issues. My phone went black. The battery died. Oh no, Betty. Well, I think you probably missed out on some things.
Oh, you missed out on pop that. Yeah, pop that. I can't say it because I don't want to get blocked from.
I know, but I can't believe you thought that. William, we appreciate money bags bomb, but here's a small donation. We appreciate anything. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much. And remember, your donation is what got us this new high-tech equipment.
Yeah. So now that you can hear us.
Oh, and also I found a nonprofit that may allow us to do certain things in studio now. So I'm looking into that. The only problem is in San Francisco.
Yeah. So we'll have to plan.
Yeah.
Accordingly.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, David, yes, everything helps.
Everything helps.
Oh. What did you eat?
I didn't eat anything.
What was that belch then? Oh.
You have a mic right there.
Before I had the mic, I could whisper that. I could say that and no one would hear. And now, all right.
That's pretty cool that you have your own mic now.
I know, but
what is it? Babe, they can still hear you. Wow.
Wait, what is BAVC?
Yes, that is it. Who wrote that?
What's BAVC?
Yes, BAVC is. I looked at them. I was there for a thing, and apparently, if you join their collective, then you can use their equipment.
Oh, that's the nonprofit.
Bay Area Video Collective. Or
oh,
like
okay,
that.
Cool.
Coalition.
Gabriel says it's in San Francisco. You're going to get your equipment stolen if you try that.
Well, no, we would just use their studio for like voiceovers.
Yeah. Would we have to bring our own equipment?
No, everything's there.
Oh, okay.
And guess what cameras they use? The same kind I have. The
Panasonic?
Yeah, the CD 350.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Betty Veronica says Bay Area Video Coalition.
Yes. So a coalition, one of us. A collective, one of us. So it's a collective, and apparently you donate a certain amount of money, and then you can use their studios. We would use it sparingly, but I do want to use their voiceover studio for doing some stuff that need to be done professionally. So it's soundproof. There's no echo.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. I like it. I was surprised because Erica Sandberg rented it from 1 o'clock till 4, and she was able to do her show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just showed up and was a guest on her show, and we talked for half an hour. And it's all stationary. There's no camera. It's all there's one person that runs everything.
Oh, nice. So that cool. One person, does that person work there, and then they the person comes for when the allotted slot?
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of people. Some are volunteers.
Oh, okay.
It's collective. So It's collective.
I was thinking of something else when you said that.
Yeah.
What?
It's that like that song.
It's no. I was thinking of
What?
Do the Hustle.
Yeah. I don't know when we'll see the interview with Erica. It's going to be on channel 29 or something like that. It's going to be on
26,
26
right?
TV channel.
Okay, like a local channel.
Yeah, so I don't know if she's going to post it online or not, but it was pretty cool. It was all set up. I just sat in there and did my little thing, and I got up and I left. And it was painless. Good evening, producer Jace. Welcome for joining us to Millennial Boom, where you will hear Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts have a conversation about life. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Hello.
Hello.
By the way, if you're here, please give a thumbs up. If you drop some stars on Facebook, we do not get notification, but please come in the chat and tell us that you dropped some stars. Each star is 1 penny. So as you throw pennies at me, remember that we are here and we love every penny you send us. Fair enough?
Yes.
And thumbs up.
Any penny counts.
Bits on
any penny
on Twitch.
I'm sorry. Every penny counts.
Word.
I said
Stanley hoodie is awesome. Are those on sale on the website? They're on sale on. You can go to either. Yes.
Bonfire?
There, you go to the website, look up merchandise.
Oh, your website.
And they have Bonfire, which is basically printed material like the hoodies, and then they also have if you go to the embroidered version, those you buy shirts that are pretty high quality that are embroidered. So they take time to ship to you because they're made per order. We don't have a bunch made somewhere.
Yeah, and then
so once you order it, then they make it for you.
He's talking about the one you're wearing right now.
This is San Francisco Giant. This is not.
No, San Francisco Fire Department.
Yeah, this is fire department. This is a gift from the fire department.
So not that one.
That
one's not available on his website, but his Caught Misbehaving and Mr. Bradley Productions.
And the one that says defund the criminals. By the way, did you know that it's Han Gruber's birthday? Han Gruber's birthday. You know who Han Gruber is? No.
Actor?
Yeah. You want this one? Yeah, I'll send you the one I'm wearing. Minus the oil stains right here.
No. I can't. I know. I can't.
Hey, I'm going to whisper into his mic. She'll never know.
I can't say what I want to say because I have the mic. Oh, wait.
Hans Gruber is a fictional character.
Yeah.
But from
Alan
what movie?
Rickman. Oh, yeah.
What movie?
From. Wait.
I give you a hint.
Is it from
He had a rushing feeling.
A rushing feeling?
Yeah.
That's not, that hint doesn't.
As the air rushed by him.
As the air rushed by him.
The greatest Christmas movie ever.
Christmas movie ever. Any other hint? Sorry, guys. I'm lame. I don't remember movies like that.
He died hard.
Die Hard?
Yes.
Oh, isn't he dead? That
It's
guy?
his birthday.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, he's dead.
Okay, so here's something you didn't know about this. Most people didn't know about this scene. So in the scene where he falls out the building, he only fell like 3 feet. But the thing that most people don't know was that they were going to give him a countdown.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
and then they
3,
pushed him.
and then he's supposed to fall, and they're going to capture it. But they went 1, and then they pushed him.
That's messed up.
So then they got
so it looks more real.
look,
yeah.
like he wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, that's why he did it in slow motion, because they pushed him at 1 instead of at 3.
That's messed up.
Yeah, that's a good way to get somebody's real reaction. Like today, I was going to have that invisible thing.
You're gonna do the invisible danger on me?
Yeah.
But then I had already seen the video. Were you gonna do it on me when I came out the room?
Yeah, but you were how do we say this gently? You were lacking a few items.
Oh.
So I couldn't do the video.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, that would have been funny, but then it was like, okay, maybe not. I can't use it now.
You're such a prankster.
Die Hard.
No, I wasn't farting.
No, she wasn't farting.
He's such a prankster.
Diane, how do you tolerate him?
Who wrote that?
Jace.
You know, a day at a time, a minute at a time, a second at a time.
You know why she tolerates me? Because I'm the best person in the world. I treat her like $1 million.
Oh gosh, I'm way more worth than $1 million.
I pulled up in 1 million trucks. Wonder how I make $1 million.
About as much as you tolerate me.
The difference between you though is that she just disconnect
Yeah, I can just hang up on you.
with me.
This one, he's in my face 24/7 like the Waffle House.
Wow.
Oh, that's a scary look. Don't do that again, please. Scary.
Did you really go with the Waffle House?
24/7 like the Waffle House. You know it's because you always say that, right?
Yeah, but that's my line.
I know, but so what? I'm around you so often that we use each other's lines. In reference to your title, what is a journalist? Would you consider me a journalist with stringer? That's producer Jason.
You would be under photojournalism because you don't tell stories. You just record the events that are there. So you're a videographer. You're not necessarily a journalist because you don't tell the story. You basically take the pictures and then give it to someone else to tell the story. So that would fall under videographer. A photojournalism is if you took a story that you shot and published it using video, and sometimes you can do video only. But they say a really good photographer, if you can watch the video and knows what the story is about without hearing any audio, then he's done his job.
He says, but my images tell the story.
Then that makes you a photojournalist. Journalist. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Lord Frieza wrote, it's because Alan Rickman's first movie debuted today 40 years ago. 40 years ago? What was 40 years ago? 1973? No. 1983. Woo. 1973. I said that was 40 years ago. That's 1983. I should know that.
Yes, you should.
I should. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, my images say way more than a reporter. Whew, okay, well, we're getting technical. No?
A picture worth 1,000 words, but now they can be digitally enhanced.
So so here's this is just my opinion. IMO. A picture can be worth 1,000 words. The problem with just the picture and with no words attached to it in this day and age is that people will speculate, they'll make assumptions, they'll make up their own stories, and you won't actually have the real story of what happened. So I'll give an example. Let's say you shoot a video and you shoot a crash or something, right? And all we see is the crash. And let's say we see Dennis Rodman get out of the car and walk away from the crash. Without you telling me a story, my assumption is that Dennis Rodman survived a crash. But did Dennis Rodman cause the crash? Was there another car involved? If there's a car that you showed me, oh, sorry, did I hit the thing? It just basically leaves a lot of questions unanswered. So then you don't have the story if you're just showing the video. So while it can be worth 1,000 words, man, that crash looks horrific. Dennis Rodman just walked out of the car. Yeah, that's crazy. The picture is valuable. Without the video and you're just telling the story, the video and the words together is what makes the story. If you just have the video, there's speculation. There's not we don't know it. And if you just have the words, it's crazy. People will have to picture what it actually looks like. So and again, in my opinion, and someone who worked in news for a very long time, the two go hand in hand. That's how you tell the story. And same thing with if it's radio, you would tell the story in a different way, right? So with video, with TV, you tell the story with video and words. With radio, you tell the story with just words and maybe sound, like a sound bite, or you can hear that?
No, you said sound.
Oh,
like
I
this.
know. This is money. Like a sound bite, or like if you're doing a story on a train, you would have audio from like a train horn or something.
So my biggest thing when I'm shooting videos is I like audio, and I'm an audio person. Yeah, without audio, sometimes the story, and what makes it bad for me is like if the story can't be told without the audio. Sometimes the audio is a very important part of telling stories, of the storytelling process. And when you tell a story, you have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So you always start off, you always have something going on, then you have how it ended. Most people just have a beginning, and I used to call it 15 seconds of crap, which is when Instagram first came out. People were judging entire life stories on 15 seconds of video.
What about with Vine? That was only 6 seconds.
But Vine was more of people dancing. But Instagram was like showing like someone getting beat up, and didn't show anything other than there was no context other than this 15 seconds of somebody getting the crap whooped out of them. But then you have to make your own opinion as to what was going on, and that's what took place in a lot of cases.
Yeah. So I mean, again, that's my opinion. It comes, and I'm coming from a person that's worked in news for so many years. But everyone's going to think differently. And here's another thing too. When I watch news, it's going to be different from like how another person watches news. Our interpretations of things can be different. But when someone is telling you what happened and the words match or the words go with the video, it doesn't leave it up for interpretation anymore because it's facts. So I've just told you what happened. That's what happened. Now, of course, in this day and age, people are like, oh, I don't know if I believe so-and-so. And that's a different story. But anyways, oops. So that was my thought process. Anyways.
So, and producer Jace, I read your thread. Congratulations. You sold your video to WJX. Good job. And that makes you a stringer because you sold the video. But you can also be considered a photojournalist because if they use your video, I don't think they can't use your voice, because if a lot of times it's union based and you can't just take someone else's video or news and then have them report, because then it's a violation of a union contract.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they'll use your video, which is good. Congratulations. Unless, of course, you're being interviewed in the video, then that's different. You hear the wind outside?
I do.
Sounds like a hurricane.
The wind is really strong out here today. David F. Baum says, that is a nice sweatshirt. I will give you $500 for that sweatshirt to lift you up and telling you that you have batted way over your batting average with where you're sitting right now.
I have batted over my batting average.
Dude, I envy you. Home run. He will give you $500 for that sweatshirt.
$500, the shirt's yours. Yes, you can have this shirt for $500. I'll even sign it for you.
He'll wash it first too.
Yeah,
unless you don't want it washed.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Ooh, that's crazy, producer Jace. Tornado. Oh, you know what? I didn't look at the video. I saw a headline though about the tornado, but I actually didn't because I was scanning through real quick and I didn't watch the video, but I saw that headline. Hope you guys are okay. Hope your family's okay.
That's one thing I want to see in real life.
A tornado.
I've never seen one.
You're such a what do you call it? You're such a storm chaser.
Yes, I'm the kind of guy that if there's a police pursuit, I want to jump in the pursuit with them and videotape it ending. If there's a tornado, I want to run towards the tornado and give shot to the tornado as it's blowing wind. If there's a shootout, I want to run towards the shootout instead of running away from it and get video of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just always
that's
been.
You.
I'm the kind of guy that when people run from stuff, I run to it.
Yeah.
And
that is you.
That's where I've always been, though. It's like, ooh, look, let's go. She was like, I bet you want to turn around and go back, don't you? Oh, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah. Whenever I see a crash or whatever, he's like, oh, yeah, let's go back.
North Hollywood shootout. Couldn't wait to get to that one. Didn't know I was going to end up in the middle of it, but still got there. I was like, well, yeah, party over here. So those are good days. $500 for this shirt. Yeah, you have it. Absolutely.
It says at the bottom, SFFD Authentic Collection.
Yep.
Nice.
These are rare, though.
Yeah.
This is rare. I have a very rare Bart Simpson watch. So rare, it's from the season that is, he said next Sunday works for me. All right, we'll work it out. We can work it out. Yep. I kind of like this hoodie though. This is double X.
Is it?
I don't know. I just like it though.
Oh, okay. Looks like it fits. I like this shirt. I won't sell this shirt. I love my Warriors too much. Nobody wants this shirt though, so anyways. All right. So we've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 16 minutes and 36 seconds.
Oh, oops, okay.
Anything else we want to talk about? Any tips?
Any tips or tricks?
Any food tips?
Well, now that you've put me on the spot, yes, I have one.
Go ahead.
Chew your food. Chew your food. Digestion's important. When you chew your food and you make sure that you break it down in your mouth before you swallow it, you will have a much better, your food will be able to break down much better in the stomach. So chew your food 15 to 30 times per bite. That's my tip.
Remember what Chris Maverick said?
What? Remember, kids, Dr. Pepper is a health food. No.
I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm proud.
No.
I'm part of the original crowd.
William says, okay, Mom. No problem, son.
And if they walk around each day, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze.
I will say this, though. People have laughed at me when I've told them to eat slower and to make sure they chew their food. And I'm like, okay, you can keep up if you have bloating issues or gas or acid reflux or, any of those digestive symptoms. If you have those, it's important to start with just figuring out how to make sure that you're chewing your, not make sure, but it's important to pay attention to how your digestion is actually functioning, your digestive system, like what you do before you actually swallow. It's important.
Okay.
Anyways, no, I've had people laugh at me and I'm like, okay, but it's super simple though. Just try it and then laugh later if it doesn't work.
How do I stop from biting the inside of my mouth?
Ooh, that's a you problem. Don't talk while you're eating. Just eat.
Oh, speaking about that. So the other day her mom made a joke and was saying something and I was like this.
Oh yeah. And then my mom looked at him and then he was like, it was funny.
And I could have got away with it.
Except I started laughing. Well, because when he does this, it means that he thinks that the person is not telling the truth. So he'll go like this. And then she looked over at him. And then he went. And I was, it had me, I was dying.
Oh, Lord. Producer Jace. Oh, I'm going to install editing software on this new phone and re-edit all the videos. 103 episodes of Albuquerque behaves badly, dating back to 2016, and eventually copyright them. Now, you do understand that when you do a copyright, each individual video has to be copyrighted. There's no blank copyrights. Right? People didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Keep the sweatshirt. Well, I thought you wanted it. See, now you're confusing me. I'm trying to give you the sweatshirt. Now you say you don't want the sweatshirt. I think it's
because you said you really liked it.
No, I do like it. But, I mean, he said $500. That's no equipment. That's batteries for the GoPro. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
That's new batteries for the GoPros. The 360 is what I want to get next because I can see it now shooting cars. It looks like they're driving down the street, like some of the cruisers I ride with, mounting that on top and then getting a shot of the car just cruising down. That would be awesome. Awesome. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Super sticker. Giant pair character waving flags and turning around, making the building in front of him tremble.
Oh, I'm delayed. I didn't see that yet.
Producer Jace, whoa. Oh, by the way, we have to make an announcement real quick. Producer Jace just made affiliate on Twitch.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes. He's been doing videos of how to pick your nose on
your nose?
Yeah, he's been doing this whole thing so every day about nose picking, and apparently that's a big crowd of nose pickers. They all show up, and now he's like growing.
Jay, see how he does you? That's messed up.
There's something in the YouTube chat I'm missing. So anyway, congratulations, producer Jace, and we're proud of you. I remember when we first made affiliate. It was such a big circumstance.
And you did that on your own. I had no part in that.
Doesn't matter. We still made we as a team TEAM. There's no I in team unless the I
You spelled
team.
it right. Okay, just checking.
Unless it's the I team, then there's I there.
Okay.
All right. What are we gonna watch tonight? Anything?
Huh?
We're gonna watch anything tonight?
My eyelid, inside of my eyelids.
I mean, a movie.
No.
All right, fine. Stanley made affiliate by playing GTA. No, I made affiliate with aliens. The reason why aliens will never invade Earth. You had, but no, it was actually our podcast is what did it. Because remember, we had to have everybody show up at one time on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat right now.
What are you reading?
Producer Jay said, at David F. Baum, send me $50 and I'll publish Stanley's phone number for talking trash. Wow.
All right, where's the block button?
I don't know.
My surgery got postponed indefinitely. They are referring me to doctors in the University of New Mexico and better
Are you sure that's what it says? Hospital.
UNMH.
Okay.
The tumor
wow.
of an M&M. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry, Jeanette.
Call me a nose picker. It took a long time for that. That was an 8-second delay for the nose picker.
Yeah, it was.
No, we're proud of you. Even if, we know you're not picking noses on there. You're just picking toes. Like the jam. Makes jam sandwiches.
Yeah, I know, Bean.
All right. Well, look. Yeah, Jay, show Stanley the block button so he can block you. And I am mad. I'll block myself. I'm a mod. I'll block myself.
You can't read.
I can't.
You really can't.
I can't.
Read.
Well, the words. People don't understand how small the words are on here. Small. So, OG is nose picker. No, UNMH is a hospital at University of New Mexico. So it'll be late June or early July. Well, we will say prayers for you, and we hope for the best for you. Just be careful out there.
Yes. Well, we'll say prayers for you for sure, Jeanette.
Yeah. She'll take it to church and pray you up.
Pray you up.
They'd be like, Jeanette.
We will keep you in our prayers, yes. Jeanette. Philip says OG is nose picker. What is that? You're a nose picker? No. You're OG?
No, he's talking about producer Jace.
You sure you're not talking about you? No. You OG.
No.
Oh, okay.
You know what OG stand for?
Yeah.
What?
Old gangster.
Original gangster.
Oh, I said old. Original gangster. Okay, sorry.
Okay, on that note, guys, IC is the OG. IC is a goat.
Who's next IC? What?
I want to wait for them to come out for you on that one.
Thank you. I'm working every weekend too.
True story.
Oh, Ice-T is the OG. I thought you said IC. I know who Ice-T is. I thought you said IC. That just showed up in my chat, so I'm delayed.
Yeah, whatever.
Why are you?
Because I was cutting myself.
We could see that, right?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pull anything out. I'm just loosening my belt buckle. I love it. FYI, don't play GTA with Stanley. He'll make you crash and laugh at you. He still holds a grudge over that. All I said was, I bet you can't thread the needle through the TV set. That's all I said. Of course, there was glass in between the TVs.
Such a hater.
That was funny. He was like, I did this. That's not a problem. I can fly my right through the TV set. I was like, yeah, go ahead. Show me what you got. Yes, I still hold that grudge. Still love you, though.
Oh, God.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap this puppy up now. It's been 90 minutes.
No, go.
I'm Millennial.
I'm a Boomer.
And we, as I said it before, and I'll say it again, we always appreciate the fact that you guys could spend your time with us. You can do anything else. Instead, you decide to hang out with us and talk about us. I only get to pick from the two shows. When I support you via YouTube, I would pick other things. I only get to pick from these two shows. when I support you via YouTube, I would pick other things. Well, thank you. Well, we're going to try to do other things on YouTube, not just Millennial Boom, but we're going to start ramping up shooting segments for a news break. And then there's another one coming up that also is interested in some work as well. Good night, good people. Good night, all you pimple popping people.
Good night. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next week, right?
Should be.
Yeah. All right.
And anything going on next week?
Cinco de Mayo is Friday.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
The 5th of May.
I'm so glad you can translate.
But you know what's coming up before that, though? May the 4th. Be with you.
Good night, guys.
May the 4th is Thursday.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Maverick. Because Cinco de Mayo is Friday. Cinco the Drinko. He said Cinco de Drinko.
I know. I saw.
All right. Are you run out of energy?
I said goodnight like 3 times. I was like, I don't want to say goodnight again.
You're taking out again.
I'm waiting for you to wrap up.
All right, guys. I love talking to these guys, though. I don't want to go. Don't make me leave.
Oh, you don't have to leave. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Bye, guys.
I think that's too much information. Hey,
well,
guys.
what am I supposed to do? I gotta go.
We appreciate that you were here. We thank you. And she has to go to the bathroom. So on that note, anything you want to say?
I drink a lot of water. Good night.
Thank you for listening to Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts. Millennial Boom and Reasons Why Aliens Will Never Invade Earth and Caught Misbehaving videos are made possible through viewer donations. Check out www.linktree.com/MrBadleyTV to see how you can help. See you next week.